Normally in the fall, I like to kind of run bank and fish shallow. One of my favorite baits is a Lucky Craft 1.5, but we're here on San V and the water's really clear. The water temp is still 65, so we're not completely into the fall kind of fishing yet, but when the water's this clear, the fish will either stay deep or they'll suspend. You know, they'll get out and kind of run bait. You can catch them several ways. In the mornings and evenings, you can catch them running bank, jerk bait or swim bait. When the sun gets high and it kind of slicks off, a lot of times you catch them deep and suspended over brush and trees. And what I'm doing right now is just looking for suspenders. I'm looking on points, looking for those fish that are out there, and I'm seeing the actual fish, and I'm not fishing or casting or dropping until I see the actual fish. Usually you get on a spot and you can catch multiple fish in one area. You know, they group up, so. Kind of cool nights, it's still been really warm. This fall has really been an extended summer. It's been so warm and so mild that these fish haven't really seen a good cold front and any kind of hint towards winter yet. So they're not really in a winter pattern yet or that full fall swing. Might be a better fish. One thing to try, if you can get in an area where you know that they're at and they're hunkered down on the bottom, is a nail rig, Neko rig. I got it kind of in that area. There's some good rock down there. Gives them something different. You know, they're not used to that profile. You know, they see so many Texas rigs and so many drop shots, and I've got a new worm that is actually made by Yamamoto, but it's a Daiwa worm. It works awesome on the Neko rig like that. It's a nice fish. But one thing too, with this setup, this is a brand new Tatula. It's actually the Tatula SV. It's the first time they've had the SV spool and the Tatula platform like that. The thing that's really nice about this reel is you can cast a small bait a long ways. You know, that nail rig is not a heavy bait, so I'm able to cast it a long ways and not get the backlashes, you know, and I have a good feel. Now the other thing too, with this setup is that I have it on one of the brand new Tatula Elite rods. It's a 7'1" medium heavy, but it's an extra fast action. So it's fairly soft. So you take that extra fast action, you know, pair it with the SV spool, and you're able to use a bait caster with heavier line to fish, you know, deeper and cast those small baits. But, you know, otherwise, if I cast light line out there, there's so much brush and quagga mussels and everything down there that had I made that cast with a spinning rod with lighter line, I probably would have broken off. There's one. Ooh, it feels like a good one too. Oh, it's so hard to tell when they're deep like that. I'm telling you that Tatula with the SV and this light little bait, it's such a small little bait. And I'm fishing in almost 60 feet of water, casting in 60 feet of water with a light bait. And the SV spool allows me to do that. But look at that fish, man. It's so clear. Seeing him from so far down there, it's nuts. I'm gonna lip him. He's a little bit bigger than I thought. There we go. It's a nice one. It's a 3-pounder at least. Healthy one. Another one on the Neko Fat. That's a collaboration with Daiwa and Yamamoto. It's an awesome worm, especially for the nail rig. Another one on the Neko rig. He's gonna jump again. He's gonna jump, he's gonna jump. Oh, he's gonna go back the other way. Normally when I fish a nail rig like this, the Neko rig, it's a lot of different names, but it's a lighter bait, real finessey. Normally it's done with a spinning outfit, lighter line. It's a very light bait, and sometimes it's difficult to fish in the areas where you want to fish it because you can't get the fish in, where there's a lot of brush down there. Something that makes it more difficult with a spinning outfit. You'll only land a few of the fish that actually bite because they'll break you off. What's really nice about having the Tatula SV spool, not only is it affordable, because normally the SV spool is a very expensive reel, now it's affordable, but I can have that platform to cast lighter baits like this. And especially when you pair it with a rod like this. It's a medium heavy action rod that would normally overpower this bait, but for the fact that it's an extra fast action, it has that real soft tip. It allows me to cast it, allows me to fish it, keep the bait down there, but it has the backbone to get the hook set on it. Now I can take this rig and throw it on heavier line and get those fish out of there. A couple other things that you could do with this: light crankbaits, a light jerk bait. This rod, the 7-1 medium heavy, I would actually throw bigger jerk baits on. I throw top waters on it because it's just, it's light enough that you can still cast those baits, hook the fish, and not have the the hooks tear out of his mouth on a treble hook. But another good thing, a weightless Senko is a great thing to throw with this setup. It's something you can cast a long ways. It has that soft action tip where you can fish it, but have the backbone to actually catch the fish as well. "100% gonna lose that fish, by the way." My drag was set too loose. I might land him now. It got slow there for a second, so I switched up to a Neko Straight Worm, which is a little bit smaller profile, and I ended up putting it on a spinning rod, a lighter line. I think that was my first or my second cast with the smaller bait. So another thing you can do too is when they didn't really bite the drop shot, so I tied on the Neko rig and it had a couple bites on it. Now I did the same thing but with the smaller worm, the Neko Straight, so kind of a finessier approach to it. Caught that fish. Didn't take very long. So I changed up there and was able to get another bite pretty quick. I'm guessing I'll probably catch another one. Now that I have that smaller worm, different approach or different presentation. This right here happens to be a Tatula Elite Series rod. One thing that's really key about this, really makes this one stand out, is the combination of the reel and rod together. The Tatula SV Reel. The SV is a spool size. One thing about the SV is being able to cast lighter, smaller baits farther and having fewer backlashes. Now paired with the rod, this is a 7-foot medium heavy. So it's not a medium, it's not a medium heavy. It's the medium heavy, extra fast. Okay, so extra fast means it has a soft tip, has a backbone on it. So the soft tip helps with casting smaller baits, for fishing smaller baits. Again, paired with that SV, has AGS guides on it. AGS guides decrease the overall weight on the blank, which adds sensitivity. Now, to complement this, Daiwa has teamed up with Yamamoto, and they've come up with 3 different soft baits. This right here is a Neko, a soft bait. This is going to be a little bit heavier than these two, but this one you can fish weightless, or you can fish it with a Neko rig. It's 5 inches long, comes in 10 different colors. Works great for fishing this medium heavy action with the SV, just weightless. The other two are the Neko Straight. There's a 5.8 and a 6.5. These are awesome worms for throwing the Neko rig. Now the Neko rig is just the nail rig where you put the nail weight in the head, you rig it wacky rigged in the middle, bait goes to the bottom. It's kind of a wacky rig, but you can fish it deep. Now, we can use the bait casting finesse. You know, this is a finesse bait casting outfit for people that like finesse, you know, want to fish finesse but use a bait caster. The other thing about this is that you can get away using a little bit heavier line than fishing with a spinning outfit. So if I was going to go out and throw something on a spinning rod, I'd be limited to the size line that I use. Now, if you're fishing in heavier cover, you can bulk up that line, but still use the lighter baits. So the Bait Finesse Tatula Elite Series, medium heavy, extra fast, with the Tatula SV, right here, all available on tacklewarehouse.com. And don't forget to like, tag a friend, and share this vlog for a chance at winning this week's gear giveaway presented by Daiwa. Too bad, man, I love fishing off the graph this time of year. It's a nice fish. And I caught that one with a new Zillion SV spool. It's compact. This is a Zillion rod. It's cranking. It's a Tackle Warehouse exclusive frog rod. It's a 7.4 heavy action rod. Has all Fuji components.